Welcome back to Turn and Fire, y'all. This is Cody T. Today I'm going to be showing you this wooden stool that I turned. Started off with this mini slab, had some spalting and was kind of dry. Just cut a chunk off the end of it and took it over my bandsaw and cut a rough circle out of it. Now I'll drill a hole in it for a worm screw, and then I'll take it over the lathe and give it a turn. Got a 1/2 inch bowl gouge there. I'm going to do most all the shaping with that. Here you'll see me turn my bowl gouge kind of on its end. Call that shear scraping. It's a way to just kind of barely shave some off. And here I'm not really trying to sand that, I'm just using that to level sand and see where I need to take down some high spots. I just wanted a gentle scoop to the whole thing. And now I'm just going to use some 80 grit to get the rest of those divots out. And then here it is, all sanded and ready for some tung oil. I really diluted down this first coat because I wanted to really soak down into the wood. So I did about a 50% tung oil, 50% mineral spirits there. This shot here is for all you grain enthusiasts out there. So that first coat soaked in some places, and then some places were really thirsty. You can kind of see some dry patches here and there, so we'll do another 50-50 coat. As that's setting aside to dry and cure up, we'll move on to the legs. Had a lot of cracks and spalting and just general dryness in the ends there. Had to seal them up with some CA glues and penetrating epoxies. Whenever I turn a series of legs, the first one you can just kind of have some fun with. I'm not really trying to follow any plan here or anything. I just got to keep in mind I have to recreate this 3 other times, and don't want to get too carried away with the details. Not that it can't be done, but just to we're just making a simple stool here, so. And there you have the first one turned and the general design. So just 3 more to go. I just kind of do it old school. I just use the first one as a map, kind of as a story stick, and then just set calipers to all the different important junctions. Like I said, this wood is really dry and punky, so I'm using some CA glue here with some accelerator to help fill in all those dry and kind of cavity areas that are just almost like sawdust in some places. But the CA glue, and then before I did this, I did a coat of penetrating epoxy off camera, so that helped really strengthen up the wood a little more. Now I'm just going to sand all that back and get them all ready for their coat of tung oil. And then there's all four of them ready to have their first coat of oil. Alright, so all this part here ended up just being a big waste of time. I was going to put some threaded inserts in the end, use these angled top plates, but then as you can see, as I was putting them all in, snap. So the metal on the angled top plate just snapped right off and stayed on the threaded insert. So over here on the miter saw, we're going to do plan B, which really should have been plan A. I should have never tried to use mechanical joinery. So I'm going to cut this compound angle with the corner part splayed out. So I did 5.5 degrees one way, and then 5.5 degrees on the horizontal axis, and then to give me the angle I was going for. And I'm just using a drill block and a 1/2 inch dowel pins to bring it all together now. Here I'm using dowel centering pins just to make it real apparent where I'm supposed to drill for the matching holes. Makes it alignment super easy for this. Alright, with all the legs into the seat, now I'm going to figure out the stretcher here. I'm going to use my big oversized calipers to measure in between my legs. I've got some leftover Purple Heart from a previous job, and I'm just going to use those. I had ran out of all the wood from the original slab, but this worked out better to kind of have a contrasting wood in there. Alright, so the upper and lower stretchers done in dry fit. See, I marked the joints there. And then I used some band clamps to glue it all up. Using those shims, I found the levelness of it. Using my high-tech scribe here, I'm going to mark a line around every foot. With those clearly marked, I handsaw each foot to the proper angle. And then there's your end result. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.